see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership of drip, you can see me leaking. Shh, be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot. Feel the spirit breathing. Best new orders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Let's go now.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
It's a loss of 2.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Open here, Adam Thielen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Right there. Trap 60.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Folks, kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. his third leading rusher last year. It's Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Pushing his way through. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get this up to about the 44. But today, of course, not just the start of the new campaign, it's the debut of DeMeco Ryans as the Houston head coach. Now, we saw him plenty with the 49ers, what he was able to do with that defense. Charles, what do you think he brings to the table for these Texans?
He brings football intelligence. He brings enthusiasm. He brings creativity. This guy wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans, twice a Pro Bowler with them in the NFL. He's come home. Now he wants to finish what he started as a player as a head coach.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 36. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Fourth down, Levis. And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, 34 yards. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot of procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Ready, ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Texans force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
At their own 10-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. They will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
3rd and 5. Levis sets up to throw here. That is quick. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. There with the tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr. Here's 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Levis from the gun. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Let's go.
1st and 10, it's Levis. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Levis. And his throw is incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. So the pick 6, and now Levis right back to the air. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are able to move back in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here we go.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
The give, right side for Gibbs. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option is
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Okay, ready?
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw. Flush to his right.
We're going to shut you down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Levis to throw off play action. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll run with Chubb. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Levis looking to throw. Drops it off for Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting...
There he goes, left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Levis now on 2nd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Meanwhile, Levis's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 9. The quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Levis back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Chubb again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. And they get the guard, John Runyon. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Levis escaping the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
3rd and goal, here's Levis. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Come on.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Odell Beckham from 6 yards away. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Folk connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb, and he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action now. Levis. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. A give. This is Chubb. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Levis.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Levis. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. This to swell the lead to 6. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
They come up with 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning to work with. Here's 1st and 10. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Let's go.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
60 boxes, 60 boxes, Lions.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
Skirts by him at the 35. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play. I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That would put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. $19 Lions. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Gibbs straight ahead.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
On the ready.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Go.
4th down to give to Gibbs.
And he is in as they have tied it right here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
They'll try and run it in. And he will get in to take the lead. The conversion is successful. And now it'll be up to the defense to hold this 2-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Levis to throw. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Levis, he'll look to throw it. This is Robinson.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Levis.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a
huge play at this point in the game.
He had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Here's Levis. And that's going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This is 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. It's on target, and it's good. From 51 yards out, he drills it. And the Texans are going to win the football game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for Houston, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they will head back.